this.
Holy shit, Kevin!
Wow. What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin is off the Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're not look at this. A carved penguin. There it is. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
It's so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my god.
Wait, what's going on?
What is
happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
First fish!
How about that?
First fish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
Every time I'm out, they pull me right back in. Let's get this damn banner off here. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about not one, but two Orioles victories on the damn day. We're playing the song. Duran, how's it going? How's it going, my guy? I'm telling you. 5 of the last 6. You're really. I'm just gonna bring it up once. You're a Brian Baker horrendous inning away from 6 straight and being 6 under 500, but that's another thing. Orioles take 2 of 3. First doubleheader sweep since 2016. Since 2016, Orioles sweep the Mets in the doubleheader, 3-1, and then 7-3. Let's start with game one. We're going to start with game one. Then we'll get an overall vibes. We'll go game one, game two, overall vibes. That's how we're going to do it. So, game one, which seems like an eternity ago at this point, started at 12 o'clock. And listen, it wasn't much. It wasn't fun. It wasn't really anything outside of Charlie Morton. Wasn't anything that impressed you. It wasn't anything that made you think, oh, great, here we go. In a lot of ways, you watch David Robertson go out there and dominate. Look just absolutely unhittable. Finishes the day 7 innings, 5 hits, just the 1 run, 6 strikeouts on 90 pitches. David Robertson, absolute stud today, but it didn't matter because the second the Mets went to the bullpen, it was done. Gunnar Henderson comes in, first pinch hit homer of his career, gives the O's the 2-1 lead in the 8th. Ramon Laureano, he just gets the job done. That's all he does. He just shows up to the ballpark. He's given a job. He gets it done, and then he goes home. That's what Ramon Laureano does. Jordan Westburg always produces. Ramon Laureano just gets it done. That's how we're distinguishing the two. Ramon Laureano, the sac fly, 3-1. Felix Bautista comes in. Hey, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, New York. Game 1 goes to the Orioles. And once again, not the most impressive offensive game. 6 hits scattered across 8 innings. Hits from Holiday, Westburg, Laureano. Then you had the and Cowser. They had the pinch hit homer by Gunnar, and Jacob Stallings also got in on the hit parade there. The 3-1, you're feeling good. You're feeling good. But then it all comes down still to game 2. All game 1 did was give you the opportunity to potentially feel good after game 2. Because if you lost game 1, even if you won game 2, it's the sour taste. You lost the game in this series. It's not good. It was not a good outcome. With the Orioles, the way they have positioned themselves, where they have to win series, they had to win this game or had to win both these games. Why? Because you had a 6-2 lead in the 8th last game, and you blew it. You win that game, you can split this. You don't care. You get the series. But this was 2 must-win games. These were 2 must-win games for the Orioles. So you win game 1, then all of a sudden, let's go talk game 2. Remember, we're going game 1, game 2 overall vibes. Game 1, we just talked about. Now we're on game 2. So game 2, Orioles fall behind 2-0 in the first inning. Tomoyuki Sagano's arch nemesis, the first 3 outs of the game. Then you'll settle in, and that's what he did. It wasn't always easy for Tomo, and man, was there some traffic for both pitchers for the Orioles. A lot of traffic today, but they worked around it, and they got themselves out of some big jams. And let's be honest, that's what veteran pitchers do. That's why you went and you got Charlie Morton. That's why you got Tomoyuki Sagano, because when they find themselves in situations, they don't need 99, 102 up and away, up and in to get them out of it. They're going to pitch their way out of it. And that's what they did, both of them today. Sagano's final line, 6 innings, 3 earned runs on 99 pitches. Listen, it wasn't pretty to start, but the fact that they only got 4 hits off Sagano, 3 runs, the walks are killer, 3 walks, only 2 Ks. Sagano did what he needed to do. 6 innings gives the guys a chance, and that's where they took advantage. Alex Jackson, man. Alex freaking Jackson. Listen, the Orioles injuries, it sucks. Let's call it what it is. It sucks that they have to go through this, that they are constantly battling it. But the fun part about these guys coming up that you've never really heard of is Alex Jackson, 2 doubles, the RBI. I mean, have yourself a day, Alex Jackson. 2 for 4, 2 runs, and the RBI with 2 doubles. Hell of a game. Doubles in Mullins to make it 2-1. Jordan Westberg then with the 2-run shot. Brett Beatty then makes it 3-3 in the 4th. And after that, it was all over. It was all Orioles. It was all Orioles from then on out. 5th inning, Cowser 2 out, single left on left to get Henderson, and Laureano then scores on the error. You then go into the 6th inning. Westberg grounds into the fielder's choice. Alex Jackson again. What a damn slide. What a slide. He said post-game they blacked out. He said he didn't know. He said he went on contact. Next, he slid. Next thing you know, he was safe. I love it. Ramon Laureano grounds into a fielder's choice. That's hustle. That was straight hustle. That was a routine ground ball double play that Ramon Laureano hustled out, gets the Orioles that extra run, and then once again, the Orioles bullpen. So what did the Orioles bullpen pitch today? 6 shutout innings? Is that it? 6 shutout innings for the Orioles bullpen today? Give me a damn break. This team, man. This team. It's so funny. We're so many people to talk about. Gunnar had a 3 for 5 day in the second game. That's not including his go-ahead homer in the first game. So Gunnar Henderson looking like Gunnar Henderson. Jackson Holliday puts up an 0 for 5 in the first game, but he did his damage in the second game, did his damage in the first game. It's so funny looking at this. I mean, you go 0 for 5 for Holliday, 1 for 5 for Westy, obviously the 2-run homer. He ends the day with 3 RBIs. Gunnar 3 for 5, O'Hearn 0 for 2, Laureano 0 for 3. Cows are 1 for 4. Urias 0 for 4. Then you have Cedric Mullins and Alex Jackson, each 2 for 4. 8-9 got the job done for the team today. And yeah, the Orioles now sit at 42-50, heading into the final game before the All-Star break. If they can take 2 of 3, they're 7 below 500. If they take 1 of 3, they're 9. If they win all 3, they're 5. So that's how we're looking. Let's get into this because Walter, always appreciate you. The Orioles are some mentally tough MFers. I couldn't agree. Rebounding immediately after blowing the 8-0 lead versus Tampa, and again after blowing the 6-2 lead versus the Mets is impressive. Take 2 of 3 versus Miami and go into the break on a high. Couldn't agree more. These bounce-back games have been big. The Orioles have had, because, let's be honest, because of the situations that they have put themselves in, they have had to bounce back multiple times this year. And as of late, they've done it. And Steve, I couldn't forget. But that Ramon Urias catch at the end of the night, and it was getting sketchy. Let's go with this. I love Seranthony Dominguez. I started getting the Brian Baker flashbacks. I was like, 4-1 lead versus the Mets. I was like, do not do this. Do not do this. Ramon Urias with the very impressive catch to get the second out, and then Seranthony Dominguez strike out Luis Torrens, Orioles legend, to end the game. And Walter, appreciate you again. 17 games versus Marlins, Rays, Guardians, Rockies, Jays until trade deadline. Go 12-5, and we're only going to be 2 or 3 back of the wild card. Hey, it's funny because, listen, the Guardians, they just lost 10 straight. Rockies are the Rockies. Jays are hot. Let's be honest. Jays and Rays are hot. You got to take 2 or 3 versus Marlins. You got to take 2 of 3 versus Guardians. You got to take 2 of 3 versus Rockies. They got salvaged to, try to win one of the series against the Rays and the Jays. But guess what? If you go 2 and 3 over all of these, that is, or 2 and 1, that gets you to 10-5. Possible. It's possible. Hey, I'm not going to say it's a great chance. It sucks because you look back at the 8-0 game, you look at the 6-2 game, and you're like, damn, if they could have just found a freaking way to win some of these games. Because, yeah, they are 6 games back of the wild card. Now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teams, 6 because, Boston. I guess 7 because Boston and Seattle are tied. But hey, you also, if you go 12-5 over the next 17 before the All-Star break, you're also sitting a game below 500 on July 31st. Not bad. Not bad. This is the Orioles' first time being 8 under in over 2.5 months. It just, once again, we've talked about it was that massive 7-game losing streak. That 7-game losing streak derailed this team. If you even go 2-5 on that, you're only sitting 4 games below 500. And Jason, 26-16 since May 24th. 26-16 since May 24th. That's the talking point. That's the talking point. This team is putting together, while still some very disappointing losses sprinkled in there, there have been some pretty impressive wins as well. So 26-16 is exactly, listen, it's what the doctor ordered. If you would have told us that, on May 24th, how do you get semi back in this? You have to play at this pace. You have to play at this pace. What even pace is this? Let me what's that? 42. So yeah, that's 100 win pace. Over 162 games, 26-16 is 100 win pace. Just saying. Laura, appreciate you say I'm still not impressed they sweep today and lose tomorrow night. We know how this season goes. That's the big thing is they have to keep it going now. You can't do your one step forward, two steps back. O's got to win this next series. If the O's win this next series, if they can take 2 of 3 in this next series, I think we're going to be talking a little different. I think suddenly if they can take 2 of 3, go in 7 games under, it'd be 7 games under 500 with 67 left. It's possible. It's possible. I'm not saying playoffs. I'm not going to use the P word and say, oh, we're back into doing that. There's still 6 games out of the wild card. You got to get within 3 for me to start saying they have a really good chance. Just keep jumping teams, keep playing at this pace. If you go 26-16 over your next 42, you're going to be 2 games over 500 down the home stretch in your final 28 games. And if you're down the home stretch 2 games over, you're probably within 2 games, final 28 games, 2.5, 3 games. You can hopefully keep yourself in it. And that's what we've talked about. I understand with the way that this team started the season, with the way that this team dug the hole at the beginning. Yes, they were absolutely atrocious. At one point, they were what, like 17-34? Disgusting. Yeah, this is the big one. Going 1-11 versus Washington, Minnesota. Imagine if they go 5-6 over that. That right there is literally we're at 500. If they went 5-6 against these teams, so that's a losing record still against 2 not great teams. But Minnesota's been putting it together. But if they just go 5-6 over this, they're at 500 right now. Just disappointing. It's just disappointing when you think about it like that. Yeah, losing the series today is, and that's why this team, like, I can't feel bad for them because they dug the hole that they're in. Excuse me, they dug the hole that they're in. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh well, they'll get them next time. They are fighting their asses off. You got to give them credit. They are fighting their asses off, but they have to. We are playing October baseball in July. We have playoff games almost every day in July now because of where they put themselves. It would be awesome if they can go win the next 3 against Miami, go into the break 5 under, take 2 of 3 versus Tampa, and then I forget who we go to right after. Guardians take, 2. Hell, you go 3-1 versus the Guardians there. They're struggling. You're back to 1 game under. Or 2 games under. I mean, there's a path. I think right now my focus is just continue to get back to 500. Continue to get back to 500, and then I think the rest will, fall where it lies. The Orioles can't think about others. They can't think about, what others can control. You can't scoreboard watch right now. The Orioles' main goal is they have to sit down. They have to look themselves in the mirror. And they have to understand that the only way that they get back in this is if they keep winning. Other teams can lose 10 straight. If you don't win games, it does not matter. So all the outside noise they got to somehow keep outside. Just keep winning. And the biggest difference I've seen from this team over since May 24th, and I'll say it more realistically because I'll give Manzolino a little bit of a week. I know it didn't start out great. This team, they've shown fight. This team since June 1st, this is the team that we were hoping for. This is the team that fights. This is the team that is going to scratch and claw. And in the way that this team, before the season or before, Brandon Hyde's firing, before everything kind of changed, got some guys back, it was just bad baseball. It was just bad baseball. Like, you lost those games and you put yourself, you lost a lot of winnable games. So how do you have to do, turn it around, you have to win a lot of losing games. You have to win games like today where David Peterson shoves it for 7 effing innings to the point where I don't even know. I'm thinking 1-0 is the game. Chink in the armor. Brought the bullpen in. Hey, how you doing? Gunnar Henderson. We'll put that ball out of there. Just win. You know? Just win. If you just keep winning, whatever happens, happens. Orioles can't control other teams. You just win games. You keep winning 6 out of every 10, 7 out of every 10. You keep this pace. I mean, this is not realistic to go on a 700 win pace, win percentage pace. But this, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep winning. You keep winning ball games. You win at a 600 win percentage pace. Just see what happens. Just see what happens. That's where we're at. But if you're new to this channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Kevin and Zachary. Kevin is currently live doing some Locked On Ravens stuff. So weird time with him with the 5 o'clock start. So probably doing this solo. Not sure. We'll get into call-ins in the next 10 minutes. But we're going to play everyone's favorite number game, 1 through 10. 10 being, here we go. It's happening. 1,000%. 1 being no chance. The Baltimore Orioles hit 500 at some point this season. 10 being, without a doubt, they get back to 500. I'm not saying they finish 500, but at some point they just reach 500 again. 10 being, without a doubt, 1 being absolutely no chance. I'm going to put it in 8. Go put it in 8. And man, am I seeing, we have a wild difference. We got 10, 10, 5, 7, 10, 5, 7, 9, 10, 8, 5, 7, 8 out of 10, 10, 5, 5, 8, 9. Wow, 7, 5. Hey, well, I'm seeing a lot of we're starting to get back. And this is, I like this. I don't think it's going to be, they're getting back before. It might not even be till September. It really might not be till September. But I'm going to put it in 8. I would say 80% chance that this team finds their way back to 500 at some point. I think at some point they're going to find themselves back at 500. And look, I agree. Half the team will be gone in a week or two. It's going to look different. But you could also say in like a month or so, you might be having Kyle Bradish back. You'd never know with Tyler Wells and them, Adley Rutschman. So you're going to get some guys back as well. So you never really know. You get guys like Eflin back. We'll see what happens with all of that. But I'm going to put it at an 8 out of 10 that I do believe the Baltimore Orioles at some point this season will find themselves back at 500. And what's funny is it's going to be bittersweet. It's going to be if they do find themselves just back at 500, I'm not going to say they make the playoffs. I'm not going to say they go run the table. They just find themselves back at 500 at some point. It's going to be so bittersweet because it's just going to sit there and be like, damn. Like they had the opportunity. Like if they didn't just so quickly, so early on, lose all those games early, you'd feel like they'd be, somewhat, in some sort of race. I'm not even saying for the AL East, but they'd be leading the wild card if they don't, if they don't go 1-10 in 11 games versus the Nationals, or 1-11 in games versus the Nationals and Twins. If you don't lose that series that you should have won, if not swept, against the Athletics, if you don't blow the 8-0 game, if you don't below the 6-2 game. You're going to sit back and think about that stuff. But the reality is that this team is fighting their ass off. Like, who remembers this? Like this, they couldn't stay out of their own way, and you still see times of it. You still see moments where they can't get out of their own way. I'm not going to say it, 6-2 and you lose. Can't get out of your own way on that one. But literally, you think about it, if they could have just started like 22 and 28, how big of a difference that would be. They were 18 games below 500 at one point. 18 games below 500. God, what were you on these days? When the Orioles were tied, I remember that. Orioles and White Sox tied for the worst record in the American League. And saw somebody up here. Yeah, Adam. Tigers sold the deadline last year. Look how they finished last year and start this year. Tigers, man, they were at one point like 12 games out. They came back and got the wild card spot. Very true. Just because you're selling and you're getting rid of quote unquote your better players. I mean, they sold their second guy in Jack Flaherty last season to the Dodgers. That ends up going and starting game one. Just because you sell off a guy or two doesn't mean that all your talent's gone. And also saw up here something about Mike. Yeah, Miami's playing some damn good ball. Miami is playing very good, very well right now. I didn't say very good. Any English teacher I ever had would be so upset if they ever watched this. I don't think I've ever had an English teacher that would watch this. But let's go over their last 10 games. They're 5-5. They've lost 2 straight. But before the past 2 losses to the Reds, they had won 4 straight, 5 of their last 6, 6 of their last 8. So yeah, they definitely taking 2 of 3 is not light at all. Yeah, and Wally, first off appreciate you. Remember when everyone says April games don't matter? Orioles prime example of how big April can be. Yeah, I'm going to agree and disagree on this because, Wally, I agree. Every game counts the same. April games are very let's figure it out. I'm going to agree with you in the fact that April games can screw you when you start 16 and 20 or 16 and 34. I completely agree. I mean, usually, if it's they go 500 or they went like 2 games below 500 in April, you're like, okay, you can get you. But Wally, I agree. When you start out as atrociously as they did in April, I mean, it is. It definitely leaves an impact. And Total Thunder says, was that game 2 win outnumbered by Mets? I mean, New York fans are always going to. They're always going to travel. That I'm convinced that's why the Orioles didn't make it single admission doubleheader, because they know how much money these New York fan bases come and spend. Laura, no, I brought up your comment about you not being impressed. I said, yeah, it would be the Orioles thing to do to lose to them. That's why they have to keep going. They have to keep the momentum. Laura, we did the whole step forward, steps back. I didn't miss you. Don't worry. We talked. We talked about it. Real fast. Your new channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. Kevin and Zach react. Go live after every single Orioles game, win or lose. We're about to get into some call-ins in the next few minutes. Orioles win both games with a doubleheader, first time since 2016. Also, another just game where so Gunnar Henderson hits the pinch hit go-ahead homer. It was the first pinch hit go-ahead homer by an Oriole in the 8th inning or later since Hyun-Soo Kim against the Toronto Blue Jays. If you remember that homer, I think everyone remembers where they were during that homer. Hills, just thinking about it. Hyun-Soo Kim, all time. Don't worry, hold on. We'll continue the Alex Jackson. We did a lot earlier, but I've seen people saying he's the next Aaron Hicks. He's the next Jordan Adams. I mean, it's the Alex Jackson game. And yeah, that also did happen in 2016. Maybe it's feeling like 2016. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good for the Orioles' playoff success. But then again, nothing has been recently. So I'm going to put the link in for call-ins, and we'll. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'll put 24-minute timer. Well, let's talk. We got for those who don't know, join the membership. $2 a month just to I think it's $3 just so we can vet call-ins. So link is live for call-ins. Let me find this. Oh, this is so far up. Bam. There we go. Yeah, call-in link is live. Come talk about the Orioles 2-game doubleheader sweep of the New York Mets. It's actually fine. One of my best friends is a Mets fan. He was in the chat after game 1. He's nowhere to be found. Game 2 or game 2 and 3. Makes you think, Malachi. Makes you think. Just saying. Just saying. I do the same. I know we said no scoreboard watching. It's impossible not. It's impossible not to scoreboard watch. It's just instinct at this point. It's what you want to do. It's what happened. You're going to scoreboard watch as much as we say, let's not do it. I'm going to watch it the whole time. But let's get into our call-ins. We got people lining up. First up, we got Ray. Ray, how we doing, my man?
I'm glad we took 2 or 3, but this is the season against Miami. I'm not trying to be this guy. You can't lose. You can't. It's if you sweep your 5 games under, if you lose the series, you only take 1 of 3, you're 9 games back. I don't think anyone's feeling good. You get swept, everyone's going to go at the deadline.
Oh, you get swept in this next series at home versus Miami. I don't care how well they're playing as of late. Yeah, I agree. You're back to 11 games back. Things are changing. There's going to be some changing.
And we could talk all we want about whether this team's going to – if this team can do what the Tigers did and sell and continue to win. They can. I think it just depends on how deep they sell. We had more pieces on this team than the Tigers had last year. They had Skubal and Flaherty. They kept Skubal. We don't have Skubal, but we have those other guys like O'Hearn, Dominguez.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's going to be interesting because, if they get rid of Dominguez, Soto, O'Hearn, Cedric, Charlie Morton, then you're sitting there and you're like, okay, the chances of them coming back are suddenly a lot less. So it does depend on who they sell and how much they sell. I agree, because they very easily could. I mean, they could maybe sell 1 or 2 guys and you're still feeling good. You feel like you got some value, but you can also still go for it this year. Or they sell a lot and you're sitting there going, who the hell do we have pitching? And Alex Jackson is somehow adding 5th because we have no one else. Like, that could very also be where we find ourselves.
I mean, my gut's telling me that Dominguez and Soto, I think, are gone no matter what.
Yeah, I think definitely at least one. I would say without a doubt, at least one. Very easily could see both.
If one stays, I think it would be Soto, just because we don't have another lefty other than Wolfram while Aiken's hurt.
Yeah.
I think Tommy's going to be gone. I think Sagano. And I think the reason is because Eflin's hurt and he's been struggling.
Yeah.
And call me crazy, I would not trade Charlie Morton. Just because whatever you get for him is not going to be a game-changing package, and you still need pitchers till Bradish comes back.
Yeah, I agree. Although I will say, I think the package for Morton could surprise people. I think he could be one of those, like we saw last year, where Kikuchi went and suddenly you were like, there is no way that's Kikuchi's value. Like I think that's if you sell him that way. I think there is. I think you could see it, but I agree. It's weird to think about, but I'll say it, July 10th. Where the hell would this team be without Charlie Morton?
Not only that, we were killing it in early May about how terrible this offseason was. This offseason wasn't as bad as people acted. Like Gary started hitting, Morton started pitching. The worst one was O'Neill, but at some point this year, O'Neill's going to have a week. He hits 4 home runs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
He's a streaky guy. He's like Santander. When he gets hot, everyone talks shit about him right now. He's like the worst player ever, yada, yada, yada. He's going to get a week where he goes out and he'll hit 4 or 5 home runs and he'll drive in 15 runs, and everyone's going to sit there and be like, Tyler O'Neill is the offense.
It's going to be one of those
happen.
Mark Reynolds weeks.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know it's going to happen. It's like the same with Gary Sanchez. You knew once we signed him, it's the Gary Sanchez experience. He's going to be really bad for stretches, and then there's going to be those stretches where you're like, holy crap, Gary Sanchez is the best player we have.
Yeah.
And it's just the thing. It's Tyler O'Neill's the same way. He's going to go on a 2-week stretch where we sit back and we're going to say, where would we be without Tyler O'Neill? It's baseball.
The one player that's on an expiring deal, technically, that I wouldn't trade. Do not trade Laureano under any circumstances. He should be on this team next year. You got him for a bargain. Even if he's your 4th outfielder next year, that guy's got the best outfield arm I've ever seen on the Orioles.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's like Markakis-esque. Like I feel, and the ability to throw on the run is just, he plays like a shortstop in the outfield. It's just incredible. I agree. Laureano is someone that I'm not touching, but Ray, appreciate you calling in, my guy. We'll catch you next time. Big O Sweep. Good talking to you. As always, my friend, you have a great one. Awesome. Let's keep it rolling. Next up, we got our guy, Steve. Steve, Brian Baker is the only thing that has kept us from keeping we're winning 9 straight alive. And it's so sad to me.
It is, considering how good he's been this year, minus a couple of, I guess you could say, blips on the radar. Was it the Mets game?
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm going to agree with one thing Ray did say.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up Laureano's option yesterday.
Yep. I mean, say it loud for the people. I would literally, like, if I'm Michael Elias, I would just be leaving periodic texts to Ramon Laureano, just being like, heads up, we're picking it up. Like, just a reminder, it's getting picked up. Like, if they would have given Ramon Laureano Tyler O'Neill's money, I'd be like, what a freaking signing. Like, he's worth that, and he's getting paid a fraction.
Absolutely. Game 1, of course, Gunnar with the homer. That homer doesn't happen if the Wolfman doesn't go too shutty.
Unbelievable. Who would have said? I mean, baseball, man. Baseball. Like Wolfram, of course. You know?
And then game 2, Alex Jackson. Excuse me?
The Alex Jackson game. We all saw it coming. Just as everyone suspected. Alex Jackson going out there and 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Just as we all saw coming.
But I'm going to give Sagano a ton of credit. After that first inning, giving up 2, he could have folded. He locked in, didn't, I think, gave up 1 run the rest of his outing.
Yep.
Left in a tie game, ended up getting the win when the Orioles took the lead.
Yeah. And how many times have we talked this season about a guy like Sagano, what is, the veteran presence of they don't let that spiral. Like you said, it is so easy for Sagano 2 runs immediately in the first. I mean, that, and even in the first, it was still dicey when he got out of it. It could have been a 3, 4, 5 run first. And it's very easily. There were guys who got on in the next few innings. He got Sagano, or Sagano got Pete Alonso to ground out with a big opportunity to kind of blow it open for the Mets. And it was just a bunch of different times where it felt like Sagano had the opportunity to unravel, but he didn't. And that's kind of been as of late with him and with Morton. Morton, God, the first inning, second and third notch, you're like, oh my gosh, here we go. And he gets out of it. Like, this is how those veteran guys, they don't get in their head. And when they're on, they know that they're always just a pitch away.
Exactly. And then what? Bullpen goes combined 6 shutout innings.
Yep.
And Gregory Soto in game 2 throw an absolute shed. If I remember correctly, he hit a hundo like 3 times. And he got through the meat of the Mets order. Lindor, Soto, Alonso.
And it was like, that's no easy task. And yes, Gregory Soto. Yeah, he had the fastest pitch of the day. Gregory freaking Soto.
All I'm going to say is enjoy the wins today. Come back to the yard tomorrow. Buckle down because the Marlins aren't going to be easy.
Nope.
And I said sweep the homestand. We take 5 out of 6 on the homestand. I'll take it.
We'll take it. I will take
go into the break with momentum.
Mm-hmm. Do it. You go into the break with that kind of momentum, it changes things.
And I'm going to leave on this. Jazz Chisholm should not be in the home run derby.
Hell no, he shouldn't be. I'm glad someone said they were running out of names. I didn't get that. At all. Completely agree.
Outside of Jazz, this year's home run derby is
incredible.
Stacked.
It's incredible.
Stacked.
And then they're like, and Jazz Chisholm. And it's like, all right, cool. I guess maybe they'll play it at Yankee Stadium and we can get some short portraits. Like, all right. But Steve, couldn't agree with you more. Let's find a way to go 5 of 6. Let's go 5-1 over these 6 games.
Absolutely,
and let's leave with some momentum. Steve, appreciate talking to you as always, my friend. I'll catch you next time. There we go. I love it. And let's keep this thing going. We got Breaking Glenjamin behind the scenes. How are we feeling?
Good. So much better than Friday night.
Yeah.
The difference is amazing.
It
Friday
really
night,
is.
Friday was, I haven't felt that bad since the wild card games last year.
Yeah.
But then the boys turn it around and we're back.
Just as we all suspected.
What you were saying earlier about, hey, if we just went 2-5 instead of losing 7 in a row. Geez, if we had just won 4 more games,
literally
out of the past 90, we'd be at 500.
Yep. Isn't that and that's what's frustrating because we could probably sit here and name 12 games where you're like, that without a doubt should have been a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Games that they blew it late or they had, opportunities where winning runs were on second or third with less than 2 outs and they couldn't get them in. And it just was time after time. And I think that's what's made this so impressive is this team very easily could have thrown in the towel. When Brandon Hyde got canned, this team could have thrown in the towel, said we're on the 2026, let's do it. And all they've done since is gone 10 games over 500. So, they're fighting. They're fighting and they're refusing to give up.
Absolutely. And I think I was checking the standings the other day. I think the O's might be 500 against teams that are 500 or above. And if they're not, then they're really, really close.
Yeah, I saw that too. They were.
Yeah, by my count, I think we're 4-7 against the Rays. So that that wins the World Series right there. What are we, 3-3 against the Yankees? Yeah. What are you gonna do? Exactly. 2-1 against the Mets. So what other playoff teams do we have a winning record against?
I'm trying to think. Unfortunately, not many after that. I was going to say it. Not many. But hey, they've got a very, very tough schedule in the second half. So if they want to prove that they belong, there is no shortage of opportunities to go prove that you can beat teams that are 500 or better. So you're going to be playing a lot of them.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, the
September.
Mariners as well.
We've got
Sweep against the
September's
Mariners.
Dodgers and the Giants, I think, are coming in from the West in
Yep.
September. That's not good. But hey, maybe the Dodgers will be resting all their players, so who knows? But this weekend, Marlins fireworks night.
Yep.
Another Hawaiian shirt, and we got I think it's Kramer, Rogers, and Young. So we got a
Yep.
chance for a sweep.
Just find a way. Just find a way. Hey, if you can find a way to get a sweep, even 2 of 3, just keep chipping away. And I think this team can find themselves, if not, in the playoffs, they're going to find themselves in the hunt, in the race. And, just as I said before, you can't get too caught up in what other teams are doing. Just win your games, and the rest will fall where it may.
Yeah, I'll be there this weekend, and I'll be calling in boots on the ground after the games. We're going to win.
I
Don't
love
worry,
it.
Birdland. See y'all later.
See you later. Keep the faith. Appreciate talking to you as always. I love it. Absolutely love it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We're keeping up with Collins. Next up, we got our guy, Danny. Danny, how we doing?
I'm tired, but I'm good.
I feel that. How you feeling? Two wins today. Feeling a lot better than.
I missed the first game as I was at work. Dude, I'm working 12. Sorry, we started. I'm working 12 out of 14 days. Dude, it's craziness.
Oh,
It's brutal.
oh.
But I'm tired. I'm not gonna be on long because I have to go to bed. But I was good, man. Good. It was. Hey, man. The first win, dude. It's gritty, man. Gritty, man. Gunner, star. The face. I call him the face of the franchise.
I love
it.
And as he needs to be.
It needs to be. And the game 2, I was able to watch most of it when I got home. But shout out to Tomo. He's had his struggles, but hey, man, you come out, you grind, you go 6 innings. The bullpen nails. Grant, the lefty first game, 2 innings shut out, and he strikes out Soto. Are you kidding me? Hey, man,
I had to adjust my glasses.
I love it.
Like, am I watching this right?
Yeah, I was saying, it kind of sucks. I missed it because I was at work, but I'm like, hey, man, I love it. And the thing is, man, hey, sometimes a kid just needs an opportunity. I know he had one against the Tigers there. They go, well, dude, it's the Tigers. But I'm like, hey, man, sometimes the kid needs an opportunity, and he had one. And it's like, hey, man, it works. And today was a great day for them because, after how bad of the loss it was last night, it was a game that you clearly should have won. Yeah. And Young gives you his best start of his life. And but hey, you could come in today, sweep them, great, dude. I'm happy. Now you have another team from the NL East coming into town. A team again, they're young, they're playing better, but this is still a team I feel like the Orioles should sweep.
Oh, without a doubt they should. And that's the thing. Or I don't know, sweep. They should definitely win this series. 2 out of 3 should be, that needs to be a standard.
Yeah.
If you sweep them, you sweep them. 2 out of 3 needs to happen. You need to at least take 2 out of 3 to be able to get it back to 7 games. And you just got to, we talk about it on this show all the time. You just have to continue to stack. If you're going to play 3 games, you get a series, win series. If you keep winning series, I know it takes a while, but if you win the next 7 series, you're back at 500. I would love to have a few sweeps in there, but
Oh yeah, and at the end of the day, of course, probably the logical thing to do is to sell. But at the end of the day, if you want front office jobs to be hard, win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm like, this team has played much better baseball. They're playing kind of like the team that we expected them to play, and it sucks because I still go back to the offseason. I'm like, if they have gotten a legit number 1 pitcher, and when you have them with Grayson and Kyle when they come back, I feel like this team would be so much better off.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm like, hey, like they're playing better. So it's obviously like they're playing better, but I still feel like okay, I'll say the best thing I can say to the Orioles is make it hard on Elias to sell.
Yeah.
Make it hard on him. You know what?
Yeah.
Like they're going to be teams calling about O'Hearn, a ton of our guys. Make it hard. Make it hard.
Yeah, I agree, Danny. It's why I keep saying just win games and things are going to, fall where they may. It just continue to win.
Yeah.
If you just continue to win, put pressure on them to say, hey, you can't get rid of everyone because this team's still fighting. We got some life. It may not look great, but this team's got some life. And I love the way they're fighting, Danny. Appreciate you calling in. Hopefully you can get some sleep and hopefully we're talking over maybe sweep, another series win in a few days.
And hopefully, Elias, he can use he can get some pictures on Sunday.
I need to take. We have 7 picks in the top 100. Give me 7 pitchers. You can't miss on all of them.
Like, I'm not expecting again. If Gage Wood is there at 19, dude, you have to take him. He's too good.
I would. But I just know I would run
be there.
No,
I don't. I'll say I know Forbes has been rumored. I feel like if you get him in the 30s, that would be some great value. Like the kid, dude, he throws 100, and got gas, and I feel like that would be some great value in the 30s.
Yeah, I would absolutely love it. I think they've got to try to do something. Try to get some pitching talent in there, influx the system, and go from there. Danny, appreciate talking to you as always, my guy. And we'll catch you next time. Appreciate you. Always great. And actually, guys, I am also half watching Brian Baker's Rays debut. I don't want to consider this a hate watch, but he walked the first batter and he's down 3-1 in the second at bat after Trevor Story just stole second. And if he gives up the lead here, it would kind of be funny. I'm not rooting against him. This isn't a hate watch. I'm not making this a hate watch, but it would be funny. He just walked his second batter. I'm tweeting out real fast. Oof. Awesome. But let's move on to our next con. We got Arkansas Joe behind the scenes. Joe, how we doing?
We're doing good, man. We'll have to make it quick because my ride is here. But that trade, good for Baker. Hey, we're going to rebuild. This team's moving quick in the right direction. So we can still win 108 games. I mean, it's possible. It's close. Have to go on a real big run. But, it's possible. So
Joe, they do it.
Got my old bay seeds today, so for the win.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, you know what? If they win 108 games, we'll fly out to Baltimore for the parade. We'll fly you out to Baltimore for the parade with the 108 win. I love it, Joe.
All righty. We're going to roll now. My ride's here.
Awesome, Joe. You have a hell of a night. Appreciate you. And you know what? It's not statistically impossible. It's not statistically impossible. I hate that. You know what? Do I hate watching Brian Baker? And this isn't my least favorite thing that's happening right now. Oh, not my least favorite thing. I mean, oh my God, is he about to walk his 3rd straight batter? I'm following it on ESPN app, but it says it's on MLB Network if people want to tune in. Guys, I'm going to end the stream in a sec. We're all watching. I'm watching this Brian Baker outing right now. I want to see what, here, actually, can I get a live, all right, here's how we'll do it. This is the upgrade to the hate watch. Well, Oh. So here we go. Let's see. Oh my God, did he just give up a double? Even the hate watch is behind. Oh. Oof, yeah. Oof. Oh, this just ruined them. All right. Do I have to go? How did this? There, we'll hate watch like this. So we're gonna hate watch. So what? We got Raphael up. Yeah, no, that's what. No, like, are they really letting Brian bake? They're gonna let Brian bake. That was on the Orioles literally 12 hours ago, and I'm hate watching it. That's so disgusting. I actually think Brian Baker's a fantastic human. He seemed like such a cool guy. But simply because we traded him away, I need to say that we hashtag won the trade. So I'm going to need something to. Ooh, foul ball, fastball, 96. That's all he's hitting right now. Brian Baker hate watch. I see all you guys saying, did it update? Did I? Oh, oh, I gotta get this to you. It's tough. Walk, walk. Was that a what 2 RBI single? This is where we're at, people. We're just Raphael's still second. This is unbelievable. Wow. I didn't even think about the shot to my friend Adam. Yeah, he's allowed his last 7 batters to reach. He's given up 7 runs before recording an out. Wonder him. That's I mean, did we get a is there an update? Am I just behind? I feel like this is I just wanted to see if he blew the lead. Now we're just knee deep in a hate watch. We're just knee deep in a hate watch right now. And you know what? It happens. You get traded. It's trade season. Someone saying use MLB game day. Yeah, MLB game day might be the way to go. That's don't want to watch because I will get copyrighted very quickly. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? MLB game day. Who just put that in there? Diamond Pisser, 2093. Hell of a name. Hell of advice. Hell of advice. Here's what we're doing. 4-3. This is just pure hate. Hate watches at its finest. I just want to see if this runner gets in. Batter timeout. Oh my God. Roman Anthony, dude. Kid enters the majors and thinks it's all about him. 100 people currently watching on YouTube. Appreciate every single one of you watching this very impromptu Brian Baker hate watch that I'm going to be honest, guys. Wasn't planning on it. Wasn't planning. Oh, in play out. You know what? Good for Big. What we get there? These Yankee, yeah, last year's Yankee hate watches were incredible, absolutely incredible. That was peak. That Wyatt Langford grand slam to walk it off was absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. So we're gonna watch Brian Baker finish up this inning, and then we're gonna head on out of here. But as soon as I saw Brian Baker was in. I needed to put it up on the screen. This is someone on Twitter said, "Gosh," about Brian Baker's start. They said, "Gosh, something like this hasn't happened in almost 3 days." Bro, gosh. Okay, now I'm rooting for Baker. Oh, so in this on ESPN they had still had Brian Baker in an Orioles hat. Game now they have him in a Rays hat already. Someone's job was to Photoshop that. I think that's cool. They get out of it. Strike three. That's gonna do it. But a little impromptu hate watch never hurt anybody. Hope Brian Baker, though, actually does have success in Tampa. Rooting for him. I think he's a great guy. For nothing but good things about him as a person. He also got us a first round pick. I think it's a win-win for everyone. But if you're new to the channel, if you're just joining in, hit that like and subscribe button. Go live after every single Orioles game, win or lose, all 162. Used to say all 162 plus. Don't think we're getting that plus this year. But we'll see. Orioles win both games of the doubleheader. They are 8 games below 500, 6 games out of a wild card spot. Big series against Miami coming up, and we will be here to talk about each and every one of those games. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. But we will see you all tomorrow after the O's game. Luis Torrens. We'll see you all.